and the recordings will be there like just after a day, like this recording will be available there on tomorrow, right? So don't just run and search for the recording tonight, right? You won't be finding anything, right? So as we talked in the previous lessons, we know now what is data and what is information and what are the not the application, and where we can find those things, and what are the qualities of information, right? So today we need to walk through uh, the the areas which has these applications of ICT in many different sectors, right? So if you just think about your life, like if you just think about this very moment that I'm talking and you are listening right over here, we are doing it through a video conference tool called Zoom. So Zoom is an application or a software or a video conferencing tool which is created because of the ICT. So if you take this moment, this is an application of ICT to the educational sector, right? So this very moment, like this period, like with this COVID pandemic period, ICT is the best tool. ICT is becoming the best tool to communicate and keep things alive, right? So we can't visit to the schools, we can't visit to the classes, we have to stay in our place, we have to be safe. So with the safety, still we are capable of having almost everything that we had with a physical contact, right? අපිට එතකොට වෙනද වගේ නැති වුණාට අපි තාම communicate කරනවා, we learn, right? We get educated, right? So that is one of the best application of ICT, like on this moment, on this period, right? So likewise, there are many different ways and many different sectors. Think about the surroundings of yours, think about your home, think about the environment, right? Think about the places that you are passing when you are walking from your home to shop or home to your school, right? Traveling to the school. So if you take anything or any component or any vehicle, any building, any place, you can always find ICT integrated to it, right? If you take yourself, you are learning through the ICT. If you take your father's or mother's self, they are involved in with mobile phones, laptops, and even television, still, which is an integration of ICT. And if you walk to the road, you will see traffic lights, which is controlled by an ICT system, right? And just visit to a hospital, you will see many different various kind of tests and various kind of machines which is integrated with the computer and all these things, right? So just any look at anywhere, like right, like the only place that you can't find ICT is in your foods, right? කෑමවල විතරයි අපි තාම දකින්නේ නැත්තේ ඒක, right? ඉස්සරහට ඒකත් එහෙම වෙයිද දන්නේ නැහැ, we don't know, like, and many different sectors still කෑම ඇතුලේ නැති වුණාට කෑම හදන්න ICT පාවිච්චි කරනවා, right? So think about anything, you are connected with ICT in each and every point, right? So here in your book, you can see they have given some of the sectors, which is the government, industries, businesses, entertainment, transportation, agriculture, health, education, and all these things, like some of the major sectors where the ICT has involved and been influenced to do the things using that technology, right? So the very first concept that we are going to talk is the e-government, right? So the e-government means, now, like, if you think about a government by separating the e part from it, e means the electronic things. So like electronic නැතුව government ගැන විතරක් හිතුවොත්, if you think about the government is the structure which serves the citizens, serves the businesses, serves the employees, right? Serves the other governments in Sri Lanka, right? So if you need to involve with some rules and regulation, it's the government who made that. If you need to think about the government services, it's the government employees who are giving it. Like myself, I'm a, when a teacher is a government servant, right? Raje Sevakek. So we are providing the service to yourself, right? And you are having the education as the citizens of this country. And again, it is free of charge, right? So there are many different services that a government can issue to the citizens, to the businesses, to the employees, as well as to other governments, right? Now, the concept called e-government is coming to the place or coming to the play is because when government or some governments are starting to provide some of these services, like providing each and every service online or electronically is not possible for the moment, but some of these services are given in an electronical manner. So with that feature, with that behaviorance, we call it e-government take places, right? So there are many different activities or transactions happening through the government, right? Let me illustrate it to you using some presentation first, right? So if you take a government now, this is the e-government that I'm going to take in, right? So at the middle. So with the government, there are four different types, majorly four different types are being involved, which are called the citizens, Purawasiyo කියලා අපි කියන්නේ, right? And the business, employees, specifically it's going to be the government employees, and another governments, right? So the activities, the electronical activities which are happening in between these parties, citizens with the government, business with the government, are called the e-government activities. And they have abbreviated this particular transactions or the activities in this manner. So when it happens with the government and the citizen, we call it government to citizen, or in short form, we call it G2C. When it happens with government and the business, we call it government to business, the G2B services, right? And when that activities are happening in between employee and the government, it's government to employee. This is always, it's try to illustrate towards the service receiver, right? So from government to the employee. That is why they call it G2E, government to employee, right? And as well as government to other governments. And very importantly, remember, they are referring by these terms into the electronical activities, right? Electronical, or in other words, online activities, which happens with these parties, not the offline things, right? Then government again sahanadara beda denawa කියන එක, we can't take it as a G2C application because it is not done in online, right? But if the government is like transferring the helpage, or like the then මේ moment එකේ මිනිස්සුන්ට ලබා දෙන රුපියල් 5000 කියන වැඩපිළිවෙලක් තියෙනවා. So if they are doing that mechanism using an electronic banking facility, so then we can say it is a G2C service, government to citizen, done from an electronic way, right? Hari තේරුණාද මේ දේවල් ටික? Just confirm me, just give me a chat message, right? Is it clear for you all? Right. So if anyone need to get clarify or clear it again, just let me know. Okay, great. All right. So these kind of things can be taken as the part of e-government. And when you look into your book, right, you can see many different services which is given through the e-governance, right? So let's go to your book quickly. Yeah, so these are the facilities. Yeah, the picture is not very clear, but I think you can read that. So they have categorized the things. Neither for citizens, it's G2C. For other governments, it's G2G. For businesses, it's G2B. And for employees, it's G2E. Now look at the services given by the government to the citizen. List of government organization. Yeah, because we need to know what are the government organizations are. So like we can't remember each and everything. So if we visit to the government web portal, I'll show you the web portal. So they have their list of what are the government organizations are. And again, the payment of utility bills, which are like the electricity bills, the the water bills and all these things. They have given the facility for many different banks. They have given the authorization to the banks to collect those money and collect the payments and send it back to the government. So it is another service which is given uh, from the government to the citizens electronically, right? The renewal of vehicle license, which is a very good one, which is a very time-saving activity, because previously we have to visit the secretarial office, Pradeshia Lekam Karyalaya යන්න ඕනේ, right? And we have to submit the old what you call the old license for our vehicles, and then we have to pay and take the new license from the secretarial office. And at times, like specifically when it comes to the year ends, they had these long queues in the secretarial office to collect this license, right? Just a second, people, I have to answer this call. All right, and yeah, there were long queues to get their vehicle license renewals, like 5 to 6 years back. But now it's very easy. We can just like ask from your parents. Actually, if they don't know, just let them know. If you are renewing your license, you can renew your license online. You don't need to visit, right? So, but they have to do it before it expires, right? Expiry date එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකට මාසෙක විතර වගේ ඉඳලා they allow us to renew the vehicle license. So we can visit to the government web portal and we can get renewed that thing. So it only needs some documents. So then we have to provide the details on those documents, which we can recognize very easily. And it will give us a temporary license until the original one receives from the mail system, right? තැපෑලෙන් තමයි එන්නේ. So until it arrives, they will issue us a temporary one. So we can use it with that particular thing. Okay, so and again, when it comes to the government information services, like using 1919, right, 1919, and constitute about the constitutions, about the legal systems, and specifically when it comes to the map of the Sri Lanka. Like if a citizen need to know what are the places that is being located, and the about some organizations and the places of the Sri Lanka, map is needed. And specifically when it comes to the G2G services, like when a tourist is trying to tour, trying to have a tour in Sri Lanka, they should have a properly informed map about the Sri Lanka. Then by that they will have the idea about the places that they're going to visiting Sri Lanka. And again, they will have this assurance when it is given by the government of Sri Lanka, not by any other organization, right? So those are we call G2C services. And when it comes to the G2G, other than the providing of map, they have this diplomatic and visa informations about the government laws and the tourist aids and all these things, right? So it's about dealing with another country or dealing with another government when they are trying to have the service from each other. So like when it comes to the ambassador office, it is the one which is representing the governments in Sri Lanka. Like if a Indian tourist need to have something from the Indian government inside the Sri Lanka, they have to visit to the Indian ambassador, right? So the ambassador office that help the Indians in Sri Lanka, which are not non-citizens of Sri Lanka. So those kind of services can be given through the G2G as a G2G services, like the visa renewals and all these things, right? And when it comes to the government laws, රටක තියෙන නීති ගැන දැනගන්න. So when some other a person from another country get to know about how the laws are in here, so it's a service that a government can provide through their port. Are the ways that you need to go through when you visit to Sri Lanka, right? So likewise, can provide many different services. පුතේ ඔයගලන්ගේ mics ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් සැලකිලිමත් වෙන්න, right? මගේ කැරෙන්න ඔයගලන්ගේ on කරලා තියාගන්න එපා, right? Right. And when it comes to the G2B, it is talking about government to business services. So it is specifically regarding a business in Sri Lanka, right? So payment services, banking informations, and business and investment information and all these things will be provided by the government, right? By giving the specific informations regarding a business, right? Yeah. පුතේ කාගේ හරි කැමරා එකක් on වෙනවා off වෙනවා චුට්ටක් ඒක ගැන බලන්න, right? Experiments කරන්න යන්න එපා මේ moment එකේ, right? And when it comes to the employees like us, right? So we are having these forms, gazettes, and circulars. Like these are the things. These are work related things, right? ඉස්සර අපි එහෙම දෙයක් කලෙක්ට් කරගන්න ඕන වුණාම දැන් අපි ටීචර් කෙනෙක් විදිහට අපි යන්න ඕනේ අපේ කලාප කාර්යාලයට, zonal office එකට, right? To take these forms and all these things. Otherwise they have to send those to us from mail or from the courier service or something. So but when these structures are provided through a web, it's going to be an e-government service. Like government is sending us these forms, gazettes, and circulars and all these things through an electronical manner, right? And as well as these loan facilities specifically for the government workers are also processed online. Now they are doing it some institutes are doing it partially, some are doing it fully as an online service, right? So likewise you can have many different things, right? මම පොඩි වීඩියෝ එකක් ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නන්නම්, right? I'm going to share it with the sounds. Let me share that with you. It will give you some idea about this e-government, right? And let's see it, right? So you can find this video at YouTube, right? And it is regarding this e-government. e-government එන්න කලින් සිද්ධ වෙච්ච අපහසුව මේ පෙන්වන්නේ. Then with the e-government or the e-government facilities, yeah, some elections and all these things. It's not happening in Sri Lanka, but in many other countries. So those are some of the examples which happens through the e-government services, right? So likewise, you can have many, as we learned. And the web portal. This is the web portal of the government of Sri Lanka. You can visit to that using this particular web address, www.gov, which stands for the government, .lk, which stands for Sri Lanka, right? So you can visit to that particular website, gov.lk, right? Yeah, so this is the government web portal, and it has many different things, like regarding the agricultural things, bank and this insurance, and the NIC facilities, right? Media, education, and there are a lot, right? And it listed some of the important things and the hotlines and all these things. So each and every country is having something like this, not in the very same format, but there can be many different formats. So this is our web portal, and we can have this in Tamil or English as well. So I have taken it from Sinhala. So if you need to convert it to the English, so you can change it to the English. So if a tourist or a Tamil person is referring to this, they have the facility to refer it using the language that they know, right? And it is how the government.lk or gov.lk works, right? So you can visit there and see. As an ICT student, it's better you know about these things, right? And there are some services as well, right? So there are many. And let me take you the license renewal website as well. Yeah, license renewal. It is in Department of Motor Traffic. Okay. Yeah, this is electronic revenue license. This is the website. Yeah, this is the website that we need to go. So as you can see, it is a part of the web portal. www.gov.lk is at the beginning. So ek services වලින් URL ඔහොම ගිහලා තෝරගන්න තියෙන්නේ. So we can have this, right? Like first of all, you have to log in. You can log in it using your credentials, right? Your Facebook credentials or your Google credentials, and in a way that you can visit, right? And you can do the renewal in part. I can't show you how the renewal in part is happening because I don't have my revenue license for the moment, and it is not going to renew sooner, right? So like you can find the demos or like the videos which is doing the process in the YouTube. So just go and search, right, and see how it happens. All right. So since we have talked like for half an hour, let's write down some things, people. Right. So have the very first heading. Very first heading means the heading for today as application of information and communication technology. It's going to be your main heading. Excuse me. So the people who are not having the books, you can refer it from the screen, but I'm sorry, the picture is not very clear. So let me know if you cannot read that properly. Right, so the application of information and communication technology. then you don't need to go through about these things, like drawing those things, and have this subheading called e-government. Right? So application of information and communication technology is the main heading. Then the e-government is the first subheading. And then copy this particular paragraph as your first paragraph under this subtopic. I'll give you 3 minutes to copy it down, right? So be quick, people, right? And meanwhile, people, can I know the situation of your schools? I think they haven't started your e-learning yet, right? Just let me know the status as well. Hari, ඉවරයිද ළමයි?
No, sir.
Okay, 2 people are done. All right. Oh, එක පුතෙක් මගෙන් අහලා තියෙනවා සිංහලෙන් කියලා දෙන්න කියලා. පුතේ ඔක්කොම ටික මට පොට්ටක් ක්ලියර් කරන්න බැරි වෙයි. පුතාට මොන ටිකද උවමනා වෙන්නේ? එහෙම නැත්නම් පුතාට පුළුවන් රිෆර් කරන්න. දැන් අද පාඩම අහගෙන ඉන්න. I think that will be a very good suggestion. අද පාඩම අහන් ඉන්න. ඕගලන්ට සිංහල වීඩියෝ එක මම වෙබ් එකේ දානවනේ. දැන් අද කලින් කරේ සිංහල පන්තිය. එතකොට සිංහල වීඩියෝ එක පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. right? එතකොට ඔයාලට අයිඩියා එකක් එනවා මොනවද කතා කරේ කියන එක. පොඩි දෙයක් නම් කියන්න පුතේ මම එතකොට ක්ලියර් කරලා දෙන්නම්. Right. So people, since you are done with this thing, I'm going to move the screen. So I want you to copy this down. මේ list එක ලියා ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒක අහන්න පුළුවන් ඔයගලන්ගේ MCQs වලට. So you have the liberty to draw it as you wish, right? ඔයාලා කැමති විදිහකට ලස්සන විදිහකට අඳින්න. ඔයාලට අඳින්න කැමති නැත්නම් you can have it as 4 topics, right? For citizens, G to C, list down the things, and for government, G to G, list down the things. So likewise, you can have all these 4. If you want, if you are trying to, if you like to have it like a like the structure in here, so you can have it like that as well. පුතේ මං recordings තියෙන තැන පෙන්නන්නම්. එතකොට බලන්න. Yes, Isita, thank you for asking that. You can have the heading as e-government services, which I forgot to tell you. So have the e-government services and list down these things. People, just let me know when you are done, right? Oh, Inupama, you are super fast, huh? It's not only the headings, right? Though you have to write everything, but yeah, there are many people. Great, great, great. Okay. Right. Some of your people have done already. Is there anyone who is still doing? Tamat vela wona innawada? Innawana indicate karanda? All right. Okay. I'll give you another 2-3 minutes to finish up. All right. Okay. Okay. Carry on. Carry on. I'll give you another 2-3 minutes. Right, people, can we proceed? Katti ivarada? Right. Okay, so I'm going to change the screen. Yeah, now I'll show you how to refer the videos, right, of your lesson recording before I proceed in the lesson. So the website that you need to visit, the URL is starlabs.lk, but you can see on my web browser. So your web, yeah, the website is like this. This is maintained by me, and if you can, if you see the website, Yes, now it is granted with the HTTPS. I'm glad they have granted that to me. So some browsers may not have this update, right? But now it is acting as a secure one, right? So in here, in the lessons recording, under the lesson recording menu heading, you can find Nanapetha recording, right? So click on that. So you will be having all the recordings regarding all the classes, right? So the first topics are regarding the A-level classes. So your topic is right down at the page. Grade 10 Sinhala session is there. Grade 10 English sessions are next, right? So in this player, you can find all the recordings. The playlist is right over here. Just click it and see. So you can find all the recordings right over here. So this is the very first class that we did, which is not in English, right? In the very first class. So this is the last week recording, right? So you can find today's recording by tomorrow. I will upload it to here, right? So you can see it as well, right? And now I'm exporting things from the my YouTube channel, right? So if you go there and subscribe it, so you will be alert with the newly added videos. But in that case, you will be like alert in several different times. මොකද මුළු සතියෙම videos 10ක් 15ක් අතර ප්‍රමාණයක් add වෙනවා. හැම class එකකම මේ දවස්වල තියෙන videos recordings ටික එකතු වෙනවා. ඒක නිසා subscribe කරලා තිබ්බට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. ඔයාට alert එකක් එනවා. But if you are not subscribed, doesn't matter. ඔයාගේ මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා ඔයාට view කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? So it is the way that you are going to watch those things, right? So remember the name. It's starlabs.lk, right? Starlabs.lk, right? So starlabs.lk under the lessons recording menu, right? Okay, so I'm moving back to the lesson. So yeah, I think someone is asking a question. YouTube name is Puta. It's from my name, Yugantha Laktaru, right? I'll send you the yeah, you can find it from my name, Yugantha Laktaru, right? Okay, so yeah, moving forward, now we are going to talk about the things which apply to the educational field, right? So as you know, as we experience in now, ICT is the one which help us to have this session, right? So without ICT, we won't be able to have this session. The video conference tool එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපිට ඒක ICT නොතිබුණා නම්. So it is a very practical application that we experience these days in a very quality manner, and as well as in a very renowned type now. So it is one of the best examples and one of the best application in these days. Now, without ICT, with the COVID pandemic, most of the organization may have gone down, right? Think about the education. If we do not have this kind of a facility, we won't be able to have the education. නේද? මට ගෙදර ඉඳලා එහෙමනම් ගෙවල් වලට ඉන්න අයට කෑ ගහන්න වෙනවා. කෑ ගහන ටිකට විතරක් කෑ ගහලා හෙන ටිකට විතරක් ඉගෙන ගන්න, right? Which we can't do. We can't do shout out like that, right? So this is a very useful tool when it comes to the ICT to have applied in the educational sector. So previously it was like the education was not very much into the electronic part or the educational part, but now it is becoming the trend, right? So likewise, we can have many different features as well. So like this picture illustrates, you can have it in the classroom. You can have it in anywhere, at any place, and at any time. right? Like only thing that you need is a device and an internet connection to have that, right? Even though you don't have an internet connection, you can store it in a device and refer it still, right? And again, it will give us the teachers a very great help when we are creating some contents to you. So like we have done many different creations using that, even when we are creating the eTaksala website. So eTaksala website is created with the help of thousands of teachers all around the country, which are IT teachers and non-IT teachers, right? So they are providing all their abilities and all their facilities to the eTaksala website. I'll show you what it is. It is one of the, not one of the, actually, it is the best LMS in the Sri Lanka, right? Which is maintained by the teachers. And even for the higher education, like after schools, it was used for certain amount of period. But with this situation, it's increasing. And as well as for the learning management. Now, learning management means it is not something directly relevant to you. It is directly relevant to the managing peoples, like the teachers, vice principals, the directors, and all these things, right? And they can do the management regarding the education, like what is the children's how they are improving, what are the areas that they need to improve. They can analyze that. They can analyze by student by student. They can analyze class by class, right? When it comes to the education ministry, they can analyze school by school how the things are going to happen, and they can focus what are the places that they need to concentrate on, which matters, right? So for that particular management, again, ICT is involved, right? And there are many different ways that these applications are described in your textbook, right? So when it comes to the classroom, they are talking about the presentations, they are talking about video experiments, they're talking about creation of images and videos. We can do all these things using the computer. Now, even when you are upgraded to the grade 11, we get to know about these multimedia abilities, like using some fabulous softwares, like some open source softwares, but still we are going to learn how to edit a photo, how to edit a video, how to edit an audio, right? So there are some interesting parts in the grade 11 book as well, right? And when you are publishing something, right, like a magazine, letter, or a document, right? So you can use this thing, right? And when it comes to the educational games, have you seen the educational games in the eTaksala website? There are many educational games, but why I'm always talking about eTaksala, because it's something we involved in creation, right? So let me show you, right? So if you visit to eTaksala, anyone can visit there, right? So anyone can play these games, right? So yeah, under this entertainment, there is educational games. Right now, this is really educating. This is done by the teacher. I don't remember the teacher. We can find the teacher's name. And under this, it's talking about the metals. ඔගලන්ගේ ආවර්තිතා වගුවේ තියෙන metals කොහොමද ලෝහ කොහොමද අඳුනගන්නේ කියන එක. It's quite interesting when you are playing it. You have some sounds too. So if you start the game, it's like a catching game. The things are coming from the sky. So you have to capture all these ingredients, not all. You have to capture only all the metals, right? Metal මූලද්‍රව්‍ය, ලෝහ මූලද්‍රව්‍ය. වැරදි වැල්ලුවොත් මට ලකුණු හම්බෙන්නේ. Right? So likewise, you can You can do many different things, right? Just give it a try. It's fun, and you can learn things. When you are doing this, you have to know what are the metal components or the කියන්නේ ලෝහ මූලද්‍රව්‍ය කියන්නේ මොනවාද කියලා දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නොවෙන්නේ මොනවාද කියලා දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. So you learn, right? And you'll try to score the entire score, right? It's how it happens. So likewise, we can have many different applications, right? And when it comes to the learning using CD-ROMs, those are the some very traditional ways of learning things using the ICT, like with the CDs and DVDs and all these things, right? And education in anywhere and anytime, like with the help of these websites, like these are few, there are many, right? Like eTaksalawa, Nanasala, SchoolNet, Vidumpetha, and there are many. And when you are learning things from the web, it's called the web-based training, WBT. It's better you know about these abbreviations, because those things can be tested in your MCQ papers, right? We are going to get some important points from these notes. Not now, I'm just walking through, right? Then we'll come to our writing part. And serves as a teaching aid for the teacher. So, which is a very a nice thing and very useful thing for us, right? So if I'm like creating something, if I need to present you something, I need to create some presentation, right? Like when we are recording TV programs, we have to have these kind of presentations for us, so we can present it in a way, right? So, and you can organize the things, and you can create the student materials and all these things, right, using the computer. So if I'm creating a note for you people, I'm going to use the computer anyway. Then I have to typeset, I have to have these things, right? So I'm having that kind of things. So and learning management systems, as I show you, like eTaksalawa, when we visit to eTaksalawa, it's not just games. Like if you think of, if you visit to eTaksalawa, you can see there are like different kinds of tiles at the home page for each and every grade, right? So all those grade can be achieved by anyone. There is no any restrictions. Right now, if you visit to the grade 10, you will be given the entire syllabus, all the subjects. So you can refer any of the subject you want. So if you refer to the information and communication technology, it's again giving you the textbook and some quizzes, right? And educational ministry website, those are some additional information and some assignments as well. So likewise, you can have many different things, as well as when it comes to the past papers, you can refer some past papers, right? So there are many, right? So it's a lot of things when it comes to the LMS, right? So you can have many different advantages through this, right? And you have this library service, right, which gives you the maps, the dictionaries, and some other specific books, right? And there are many different things, so you can just visit that. Even you can have it from English and Sinhala, and some of the materials are just from Sinhala, but there are many, right? So likewise, and again, there is a special features that they can grade the users that use the LMS. දැන් එතකොට ඕගලන්ගෙන් එක්කෙනෙක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා නම් එයා courses කරොත් courses කීයක් කරලා තියෙනවද, and what is the score, and what are the weak points of them, and what are the strong points, what are the places to be improved. Those kind of analytical things also can be done through the LMS, with the help of LMS, right? So it is a highly capable tool and highly capable component when it comes to the teaching learning process, right? Okay, so are you getting this so far, people? Just confirm it. තේරුණාද කට්ටියට දැන් මෙච්චර වෙලා අපි කතා කරපු දේවල් ටික?
Yes, sir.
Right. So is there anything that anyone need to get clarified because I'm going to show you something very interesting now. Right, great, great. Okay, so the next the next clarification is about the usefulness of the LMS for the students and for the school management, which I'm not going to discuss now because we are going to come to these things later. And as well as in higher education, as I told you, it's a very vast tool and a very low cost method of having the education. Like unlike an institute, they don't need to maintain a building, they don't need to maintain the materials, they don't need to maintain the staff. So a building එකට යන cost එක, materials වලට යන cost එක, ඒ හැම දෙයක්ම ඒගොල්ලන්ට අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right, so they can just provide an ebook instead of a physical book. They don't need any classrooms because everyone is connecting through a device, right? So they can give it in a comparatively lower price, so the same educational qualification. So it is a one good way of having it, but there are some constraints as well, some limitations as well. හැමදේම දෙන්න බෑ නේද? දැන් අපි motor mechanics වගේ දෙයක් නම් ඉගෙන ගන්න, we need the hand of experience. Like if we are learning something something like a practical thing, like scientific experiments, we need the hand of experience, right? So those kind of things are not possible to have via the as a distant learning process or as a online process. But when it comes to the computer technologies, specifically when it comes to the programming, there are many things that we can achieve through the online or using a computer, right? So as the features of distance learning, like flexible time frames, facilities to like digital library facilities to have on the courses, like assignment and quizzes like we saw in the LMS, right? So the contacting the teacher online, those kind of features are there, right? So what they have told you in the textbook are some very frequent things that we use in the educational sector, but now the technology is very advanced nowadays, right? So like there are different kinds of technologies emerging all over the world that we can use it for the education in a very beautiful manner, right? The video that I'm going to show you is one of the examples for that, which is in the video, they are not talking about any educational thing. I'll tell you how we can use that thing to the education. But first of all, let's get to see that video, right? So this is something regarding the holograms, right? Hologram එකක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා තියෙනවා ඇති කියලා මම හිතනවා video එකකින් හරි. If you haven't seen it, just see it right now, right? So just listen this, what this lady is
it's a pleasure to be here in Las Vegas to present to you.
So just see how amazing it is.
I get invited to do keynotes across the globe. And while it's easy for me to be here in Las Vegas, it isn't always easy for me to travel across the world. And even when I do, I can't always speak the local language. Well, what if neither language nor distance mattered for me to deliver a fantastic keynote? What if technology could help me be anywhere I needed to be and speak any language I wanted? Well, it can. We are bringing together the power of mixed reality and Azure AI services to create a truly game-changing experience. What you're about to see is an exact hologram of me wearing the same outfit that we recently captured at a mixed reality studio. And I don't speak Japanese, but what if I wanted to deliver my keynote in Japanese? Using Azure AI technology, I can translate my English into Japanese and train it to sound exactly like me, the same voice tones, those same inflections. Now we brought this together, my hologram and Azure AI, to show you what's possible. So first, I'm going to put on my HoloLens 2 here, and then we'll flip in the room to the special camera so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Let's get started.
And people, what you are going to see is not just computer graphics, right? මේක ඇත්තටම සිද්ධ වෙන දෙයක් මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දකින්නේ, right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඇත්තටම සිද්ධ වෙන දෙයක් කියන්නේ මේ ලේඩිට එයාගේ device එකෙන් HoloLens එක කියලා එකට කියන්නේ. So what she can see through the HoloLens is illustrated on the stage using some cameras, right? So now you will hear the sound. The audience are clapping for what she's doing, right? So that means they can see what actually happens, right?
First, let me introduce you to Mini-Me. There she is, my perfect holograph. And thanks to the power of HoloLens 2, she just floats right with me. I'm literally holding my hologram, so natural. Now she's a little small to do a keynote. So let's get her up so she can do full-size Japanese keynote. Render keynote.
ホログラムになることには本当に驚くべきことがあります。私たちは最新の複合現実キャプチャ技術を使用し、私のホログラムを作成しています。実在の人物をホログラムとして見たことがあるかもしれませんが、私が実際に日本語を話しているのが新しいのです。私は日本語を話しませんが、私の声とホログラムは完璧な日本語で話しています。これはニューラルテキスト読み上げと呼ばれる最新の人工知能技術、いわゆるニューラル TTS を使用しています。私たちは自分の声の録音を使用し、私のように聞こえる私自身の個人的な音声署名を作成します。日本語からフランス語、ポルトガル語まで話せます。今、この技術は私たちが働き、遊び、生活する方法に関して、世界中の国境や障壁を取り除くことができると想像してみてください。まさに SF が現実になると。
Yes, so we are not going to see it entirely. So what you have experienced now, this is done by the Microsoft, right? Which is in 2019, right? So, and this is the video which is here, HoloLens 2 AR headset. It is something very nice video. And again, if you could see how the technology can be used to used in different kind of representations. So what is the purpose that we can use this particular technology in education? So like, think about that I am etana a lady kare, like she is delivering a keynote, deliver karanawa, so in English, and the requirement was having the same keynote, delivering on a different place of the world with another language, right? So like it is something very different. නේද? අපිට තව language එකක් ඉගෙන ගන්න වෙනවා අපි ඇත්තට මේක කරන්න කියොත් එකම තැනක එකම වෙලාවෙ දෙතැනක අපිට පෙනී හිටින්න බෑ. But it is possible with this technology. Now think about a teacher who is teaching to the entire island, entire Sri Lanka, right? On one particular time in different languages. නේද? මට IT උගන්වන්න ඕන නම් ලංකාවටම with this technology on the same time I can teach you the ICT in many different languages. In our country, if I need, I can deliver my speech or deliver my lesson from the English, from Tamil, as well as in Sinhala. මම සිංහලෙන් කතා කරනවා මට හොඳටම පුළුවන් භාෂාව. So using the AI technologies, artificial intelligence technologies, and they are using some other mixed reality technologies, some advanced technology, mixed reality technology. So they using those things, the program is just converting what I'm saying. Now she was speaking Japanese, so it was like what she was telling in English was translated into the Japanese on that program. So which is very capable technology when it comes to the educational, where we can use that holograms. The only thing like making a hologram is cost for the moment. It is very cost for the moment, but very sooner there will be these technologies in our educational field as well, right? So where we can have this experience for us to deliver these kind of things, right? So which is very amazing. Okay, so people, let's take down these things regarding the educational sector, right? So we have to summarize the things which is in here. And what I need you to do is just write the second subheading, application in the field of education. That is going to be your second subheading. And yeah, then you can directly come to this particular diagram. So first, write down the heading. I'm sorry, write down the heading, please. Right, then you can copy these topics. Then make a ඔගොල්ලෝ කැමති විදිහකට ඇඳ ගන්න ගහක් මන්දින්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ, right? In a way you like, have these topics and have the description, like have the description, like මේ පින්තූර අඳින්න ඕනේ in the classroom, in the ability to learn at any place, anytime, right? I'm not going to zoom this thing. It's going to make it much blurrer for you if I zoom it, right? I'm just going to keep it like this, right? So you can have it as you want, right? You can have it as a diagram, or you can have it as the things. The topic is what I was telling you earlier, like application in the field of education. That's the topic. Application in the field of education. Then you can copy these down. right? Yes. පුතා මම දැන් ටිකකට කලින් වෙබ්සයිට් එක පෙන්නුවා starlabs.lk. I'll type the website name. Right. ඔය chat එකට මම දැම්මේ website එකේ නම. So you can go there and see how it happens. People, regarding the WhatsApp group, I asked it from the institute. They allowed me to create a one. So I will send you the link of the WhatsApp group to the Telegram. So you click there and get add to the WhatsApp group, right? Link එක click කරලා WhatsApp group එකට add වෙන්න. So I'll create the WhatsApp group and send you the link. You will be receive it in the Telegram, right? දැන් Telegram එකට මං හිතන්නේ මං දන්න තරමින් Oh, Ishita, I'll come to your question. Telegram එකට මං හිතන්නේ හැමෝගෙම details එනවා නේද පුතේ? අපිට කියලා ඔයගලන්ට කියලා වෙනම Telegram එකක් හැදිලා නැහැ මං දන්න තරමින්. හැම class එකකම details එන්නේ එතනට. ඒක නිසා සිංහල medium එකේ එක එක click කරන්න එපා. මොකද සිංහල medium link එකයි English medium link එකයි දෙකම එන්නේ එතනට. So you just click the English medium WhatsApp group link to get add with the English medium one. In case if you click the Sinhala medium one, inform me, right? To like or just you just can leave from that, right? Very easily, right? Yeah, Ishita is asking a question. So is the e-learning published by the Sri Lankan government or the world? It's like this, like anyone can publish the e-learning website. There is no any governing body to publish the e-learning, right? It's going to be a website, right? So website එකක් මටත් පුළුවන් දැන් මගේ website එකේ e-learning site එකක් තියෙනවා ඉස්සරහට ඔයගලන්ට ඒක දැක්කින්න හම්බෙයි. So it can be an individual, it can be an institute, it can be a government, right? Anyone can publish that, and there is no any restrictions regarding that. So with the collection of all these things, it creates the www, which is called the World Wide Web, right? Right, people, are you done? I think, is there anyone still writing the note? Just indicate me. Right, so I'm proceeding. In the very same, under the very same topic, yeah, regarding in the classroom. So now it's like this. All these points are very important, but you may go with the first 3 points. So when you are reading those things, you should be, Isita. And when you are reading those things, you have to remember the other things as well. So me tuna kiyanokota anit ewath podda podda matakata enna oni, right? So just go for the subheading call in the classroom and have these first three examples, right? It's better you go for first 4 examples, right? So in the classroom and first 4 examples. Now make ඇත්තටම it's not something for you to give a note. This is your practical life, right? So if someone asks about how to use ICT in the classroom, just think how you are going to use that, right? It is අපි මේ නේද ඇවිදිනවා කනවා බොනවා වගේ දෙයක් තමයි දැන් IT කියලා කියන්නේ, right? That is why you people are you people are given the knowledge from the grade 6 now, right? And sometimes it will be a compulsory subject in the future, right? So it is something that you are doing each and every day, right? Right, one is finished. How about the others? Right. So since you got finished the things, I'm not going to proceed further because it is 7:58. There is another 2 more minutes to get finished the session. So it's almost 7:59. So I'm going to stop from this particular point. So we are going to continue writing the note starting off the next class. So people, I'm telling you again, if you get in anything not clear, I explain කරගන්න ඕන දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් let me know, right? And if you find in hard with the English a little bit, so just refer the Sinhala one as well. ටික දවසක් එක බලනකොට okay වෙයි, right? Don't worry about the language very much, right? But you should know about your level. right? ඔයාට තමයි හරියටම තේරෙන්නේ ඔයාට මේක කරන්න පුළුවන්ද බැරිද කියන එක. හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න ඔයා මේක සිංහලෙන් කරත් ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කරත් කිසිම ගැටලුවක් නැහැ කියන එක, right? Language is not a barrier, දුවල පුතාලා, right? So you can do IT on any different language. That doesn't matter. This is just a tool, right? So doing it in English will benefit you. පොඩි වාසියක් තියෙනවා, but it's not an essential thing, right? ඒක නිසා language එක ගැන හිතා language එක computing තියෙන English වලින්මයි ඒක නිසා English වලින් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා attitude එකක ඉන්න එපා. එහෙම අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. right? But doing it in English will facilitate you. But advantage එකක් ඒක එන එක මොකද ගොඩක් materials තියෙන English වල, right? Okay, so people, you all are doing well, right? So keep it up, right? We are going to meet on next Friday for the very same time, so keep it up. We'll meet and have some more additional videos on the other day, in the next day, right? Yeah, Risara, we are not being informed a physical class starting date yet. Mang අපිට දැනුම් දීපුකම කියනනම් ඒක institute එකෙන් තමයි අපිට කියන්න ඕනේ, right? So until that we have to go like this, right? We'll see. Even myself, I need to meet you guys very importantly, and ඒක ගොඩක් මටත් ගොඩක් ඕනේ ඔය කට්ටිය මුණ ගැහෙන්න, right? ඔගොල්ලෝ දකින්න කොහොමද කියන එක. මොකද අපි කවදාවත් හම්බෙලා නැති නිසා, right? We'll meet very soon, right? Until that, we'll meet like this, right? Okay, people, have a very good night. I'll see you on next Friday for the very same time, right? Okay, bye people. Good night then. Yeah, take care everyone.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, sir.
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 Good night, Dua.